So the joke here in Columbus is we got 3 seasons really: cold, hot, and wet. However, fall is the unicorn season here in Ohio. In this video, I'm going to show you how to best spend your fall. Hey, what's up everyone? Andy Howell here, local realtor right here in Columbus and lover of fall. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how to spend what I consider the best of all seasons here in the Columbus area. Before we get into that though, please reach down, hit that subscribe button. I love making videos all about Columbus, the cool things you can do, the best way you can spend your time, at least in my opinion. So hit that subscribe button. I love summer probably a bit more than the next guy, but come September time frame, even I'm ready to shed that hot, humid weather, get rid of the bugs. Give me jeans, give me long sleeves, give me that sweater weather, give me the leaves changing. We got a ton of leaves here in Ohio, a ton of trees. I'm ready for it, I'm here for it. So without further ado, how can you best spend your time here? First thing on my list is football. Nothing quite says fall to me in Ohio like football, especially Ohio State football. If you haven't been to a game ever in your life, you've just got to go. This is a bucket list type of event. I'm standing here in front of Ohio Stadium right now. This was built 100 years ago, 1922. Even then, it held 66,000 people. Today, after tons of different renovations, they hold about 104,000 people, although I know a lot more can fit in there. You know, if going to a game, being around that many people, spending money on the ticket isn't your thing, I encourage you to come down, check out the tailgating scene here at Ohio Stadium. There's probably as many people outside the stadium during game day as inside the stadium. People are playing beanbag games, they're throwing frisbee, they're barbecuing, they're having libations. It's a good time. Now, if football's not your favorite sport, American football that is, why don't you go down and check out the other football at the Columbus Crew Stadium, our local MLS soccer team. That new stadium, and going to a sporting event there, in my opinion, is one of the better sporting events of any sport I've been to. That new stadium is so cool, so unique. Every seat in there is, you got a great view of the athletes. You're close and you can really just feel their athleticism, and there's a ton of spirit around those games. Get that on your list quick, because the season only lasts until about the middle of October. You know, if spectator sports aren't necessarily of your thing, get out and do some sports as a participant. On top of my list is mountain biking. Now, I understand if, you know, Ohio's not necessarily the first thing that comes to mind when you think about mountain biking, but we do have about 3,200 miles of trails here around the state. It's a great way to get out and see a ton of terrain. For somebody that's been plagued with knee injuries most of my adult life, this is a great way to see a ton of space and really get out and feel like I'm in the wilderness, out in nature, and still have a little bit of prospect of danger with the trees and the roots and the rocks and everything. If you don't like, you know, that prospect of danger, but you still love biking, get out and go cycling. Tons of options here. If you're not familiar with Columbus, we've got the cities, we've got some sprawling suburbs, but outside of that, it's extremely rural around here. You can get out, plan a route on some nice country roads and take it all in. If you don't want to deal with cars though, I completely get it. It can be a little bit scary. Not everybody's courteous on the roads if you are a biker. So Ohio has a huge network of dedicated bike paths. You can plan a route all around the city, all around the state. In fact, I, many moons ago, rode about 90 miles from my hometown of Urbana down to Milford, just outside Cincinnati. I saw a ton of the state and barely anybody was on the bike path. That was super cool. If biking is not necessarily your speed, why not go golfing? We're blessed with a rich tradition of golf here in Central Ohio. Jack Nicklaus was born here in his memorial tournament here in Columbus, and we've got a whole gambit of different courses you can play, anything from 5-star experiences like the Muirfield Memorial Course, like the Scioto Country Club, like the Golf Club at New Albany, tons of different public courses and lots of different city courses. So no matter what your ability level, no matter what kind of experience you're looking for, Ohio likely has it. Next up is, if you want to play golf and do it for free, why not go disc golfing or frisbee golfing or frothing? It's very similar to golf. You have this frisbee or hard plastic disc that you're throwing outside into like this metal basket, and it's free. There's a lot of courses all around Columbus here. One of my favorite is the Brent Hambrick course out at the Hoover Reservoir. They have about 27 holes, probably more than that now, but everything from like park style open holes to, you know, really some fairly tricky woods type holes, so be sure to check that out. So I mentioned all the different trees we have here and how beautiful the leaves are once they change. Why not go hiking, go leaf peeping to check out some of these beautiful sights. We're just at the bleeding edge of the leaves starting to change, but come about October, maybe middle of October, tends to be, you know, peak leaf peeping season. Go out on a hike. We've got, you know, Cuyahoga National Park isn't far away. We've got Mohican, we've got Hocking Hills, we've got Zaleski State Park, Dillon State Park, just a ton of different state parks and forests that you can come and, you know, check out the leaf peeping. And while you're at it, why not go camping? You could technically do this in any season here in Ohio, but as I mentioned, the spring is wet, the summer is hot and humid and really buggy, and the winter is just winter. So to me, fall is the ideal season. Get out, go camping, and enjoy your time out there. This one's kind of out of left field, maybe surprising to some people, but go whitewater rafting. Not technically in Ohio, but just a short 4-hour drive over to West Virginia. You can be at some of the best whitewater in all of the world, and fall is the ideal season. They release the dams out there and just create this huge gush of water, so you can get anything from 5+, you know, down to calmer water. Go out on the new river, go on the Golly, experience it, and maybe you add a camping trip on top of that. Next, if you have kids, I'm gonna recommend you go and check out one of the 20 different, probably more than that, pumpkin patches we have here in Central Ohio. I dropped a list down below, so check that out. You can go there, you get your pumpkins for the season, you can let the kids play around on the zip lines, the trampolines, you know, take a hay wagon ride. They're really fun, and there's a ton of them here. Next up, kind of in that same vein, go visit an apple orchard. Again, I dropped the list down below. We have over 10 of them here in Central Ohio. You can go pick and sample a bunch of different varieties of apples and bring home just as many bushels as you want to try those apple recipes you've always wanted to. Next up, go check out a festival. Truth is, we have a ton of different festivals and just things going on all the time here in Columbus. I put a link down below with the current schedule. Some ones I think you should not miss are any of the Oktoberfests that are going on around here. We got the Jazz and Blues, the Italian Festival, and the Circleville Pumpkin Show. Go check one of those out. Now, this last one, certainly not least, again, is gonna be a little bit of a surprise to some people. Go to Columbus Fashion Week. Again, Columbus is probably not the first thing that comes to your mind when you think fashion. Kind of surprising though, we employ the 3rd most fashion designers of anywhere else in the US, only behind New York and Los Angeles. The fact is we got some big name brands here that are headquartered and founded here. Victoria's Secret, Abercrombie & Fitch. We got all the L brand stuff. Columbus Fashion Week, over 150 emerging designers descend on Columbus to show what they've got. They're trying to get exposure to some of the biggest agencies out there and get their name out there. They also give away a bunch of different scholarships to aspiring designers. So that's my list. Those are the things I think you should be sure not to miss out and take advantage of the best season here in Columbus area, and that's fall. Let me know what I missed down below. Let me know what some of your favorite things to do are here in Columbus in the fall. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out.